Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are launching Vanilla Tweaks for Minecraft 1.14, and if you don't know what Vanilla Tweaks is, it's a resource pack picker where you're able to customize what textures you want changing inside of the game, and as the name suggests, the idea is to keep the vanilla feel whilst adding in some useful, aesthetic and functional changes to the textures of Minecraft. Vanilla Tweaks now supports data packs as well, so there is a data pack picker where you can pick all the ones that you want. For example, here we have the classic Armor Stands Statues book that is selectable from the website. And there is also a crafting tweak picker as well, so if you want to add crafting recipes or change them inside of the game, you'll be able to select them and put them in your world as well. And with this update, we launch a brand new website where you can pick all of your tweaks and compile them into a single pack. It supports resource packs, data packs, and crafting tweaks. It also has an about page where you can find the team that made this all possible. If you want to send them a thanks via Twitter or something like that, I'm sure they would appreciate it. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone in the team for making this absolutely amazing website and taking Vanilla Tweaks to the next level. So later in this video I'll come back to the website and show you how to use it. There's lots to learn about it. It's full of useful features, but right now I want to go through and show you some of my favorite changes. The very first thing you might notice is that square box in the middle of the screen. I wouldn't personally pick that one, but one of the things Vanilla Tweaks can do is change the crosshairs. Now, one of my absolute favorite changes is over here in the background. You can see the grass blocks everywhere. They look so much nicer like this in my opinion, and that extends to other ones like path blocks, mycelium and podzol, and the best thing is that you can always customize which ones you want to appear in the pack. So this iron golem actually looks different than normal. That's because its flowers are red. Iron golems give you red poppies, but normally on their texture they have yellow flowers, but with Vanilla Tweaks you can change it to red. Does this end city look slightly more aesthetically pleasing to you? If so, then you'll probably be a fan of this one. The purple blocks have been slightly desaturated. It might sound like a silly change, but I think it makes all the difference as the colour in the vanilla game is rather strong. This next change is a very subtle one, but I think it is very powerful. If you look at the wooden planks in front of us, you may just start to notice that the textures are very slightly variated one from the next. And this allows you to look at large groups of the same type of block and have it just feel a little bit more organic and natural, and I absolutely love that. Now you can select it for far more blocks than I have right now, but as an example, if we just grab a bunch of these and look at them closely, you're probably going to notice a few little textures different here and there, and that's to variate them. So you can get this for lots of different types on the website. Stone is included, so when you place down these textures side by side over again, as you might do with terracotta when you're decorating, they can just look a little bit more natural as the textures are broken up a little bit. Vanilla Tweaks also supports connected textures. It's only for a handful of blocks, but as you can see here, when we place a texture alongside it, the edge of these two change and they all connect together, which is really cool. It also works for bookshelves, which is probably my favorite implementation of this. That looks wonderful. Since volume in this game and in the video is relative, it would be pointless for me to turn the audio up, but these nether portal sounds are now quieter. Part of Vanilla Tweaks is to be able to tweak some sounds that are commonly a little bit too loud, like ghasts, dispensers and dropper, quieter minecarts. You can see them all on the website. And heading through into the nether, this might just look a little bit better. Again, things can be relative. If you're watching this on YouTube, the nether often looks rather dark, but this is using the Brighter Nether resource pack tweak, where you can take textures like netherrack and all the ones that appear in the end dimension, and they have been made slightly brighter than normal, so when you're in here things should feel a little bit more visible. If you're familiar with 1.14's texture changes, you may notice that snow has a hint of a light cyan colour to it, and we've added a tweak where that has been totally removed. You can see a little bit of it here on the side of the blocks, but I think this snow looks so much nicer now. When doing redstone, sometimes it's a little tricky to see what direction your hoppers are pointing in. The same can apply to observers as well, so these texture changes give you a clear hint to what way the observer is facing. You may have noticed it in the intro of the video, but my hoe was damaged, and that's because I have diminishing tools. That applies to all of these tools and to swords as well. As your durability runs out, you can see when you get all the way down here to the last few hundred, the sword starts to chip away, and that is to give you a visual indicator. So maybe you'll notice that the sword you're holding is slowly chipping away and that you need to repair it. We have an unobtrusive rain pack. It might be hard to see on the video, but the raindrops are very faint. They're obvious, they're there, but they're far less intrusive compared to vanilla Minecraft. Some of my biggest annoyances in this game are when things on the screen are too large. Here you can see this shield is very low down on the screen compared to vanilla, where it actually takes up a large portion of it. Another thing that does that is fire as well, so we have the lower fire pack, so it takes up less of your screen when you're on fire. Now, I am notorious for always having golden carrots in my offhand on my Hermitcraft series, and it takes up a large portion of the screen, so the team put together this fantastic pack for me where the food will appear smaller when you're holding it in your hand. There are also some 3D options inside of the pack, so you can see that these right here, instead of having icons, actually have 3D models like some of the other things in the game also do. There are also 3D block types as well. I really love these iron bars right here. I think they look fantastic when they have a 3D model, and it also works for rails as well. These look absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. Much nicer than vanilla. Oh, they look so good. So here I am in survival, and I've given myself the wither effect. Why would I do that? It's to show off the wither hearts visibility. As you can see here, I can actually see the hearts and how close I am to death. In vanilla, that is kind of tricky. Anyway, one more heart to go, and I've died. You'll also be able to select custom menu panoramas. As you can see, my Hermitcraft Season 5 base is in the background of this menu screen, and you can also customize the texture that you see in the background of these menus. I have selected andesite for my choice. There is also an option to not have beacon beams. Sometimes they can be a little bit intrusive, so this beacon is actually active and working, but you can see it has no beacon beam. We also have a cleaner world border option. This looks far more appeasing on the eyes. And there are some fun packs as well, including the Xisumavoid turtles. If you want these in your world, you'll be able to get them through Vanilla Tweaks. So welcome to the Vanilla Tweaks website. I'm now going to give you a run through of how to use it. And the first thing that I want to mention is that the different selections you have up the top for resource packs, data packs, and crafting tweaks mean that when you are selecting things, you're creating a separate download for each category. So this is not going to include anything from the data packs or resource packs. Now here on the data pack page, when you select one or more data packs and you click download, the file that you are going to be given will need to be unzipped in order to use the contents of it. That's not the same for crafting tweaks and resource packs. And if you need any help at all with the installation process of putting these files in the right place, when you click on that link, you'll be taken to this page, and as you can see, there are lots of clear and easy to follow instructions on where to go inside of the game and where to put files outside of it. So we're back on the resource packs page, and I'm going to run you through how you select a pack. The first thing to look at is the versions of Minecraft that it supports. It goes back as far as 1.11, and when you select things from older versions and then select a newer one, it's going to reset your selection on the side because it's not cross-compatible with the different versions. So everything is split up into different categories. You can see the category name right here. If you click on one, you'll open that category up, and then to select something from the category, you simply click on the box here and it adds it to the list on the side. There is also a pick all feature over here, so you can pick all of them at the same time, and there is also a feature to show you when there are conflicts. So you can see here, this one has been highlighted, and when I hover over it, it tells us that it is incompatible with a different pack, this one right here, and that one also tells you where it's incompatible. So if we go over here to the list on the side, you can actually rearrange the elements to give them priority over one another. So at the moment, we have our black nether bricks having priority over our brighter nether. So if I grab terrain and move it all the way up to the top here, brighter nether now has priority over black nether bricks, so we wouldn't see those. So whenever you have conflicts and you want to keep the two packs, you can come over here and arrange the order of them. There are some exceptions. For example, the menu panoramas, you can only select one of them because obviously you'd only see one of them at a time. And here in the HUD options, when you select all of them, you can see that these ones right here are all crosshairs, so you can only ever select one of those in this category, but you can toggle and change these other ones. You probably would have picked up on this already, but when you hover over a tile, it gives you a description at the top there, and on the side it also gives you a preview of what this will look like inside of the game. When it comes to data packs, there is also a view video link underneath each one. If you click on that, it will take you to one of the videos I've made where I explain exactly what's going on in the data pack. Of course, there is also a description available as well. The Crafting Tweaks page also has this view video link as well, and when you hover over the tiles here, you actually get an image of one of the crafting recipes on the side. As you might have suspected, clicking on download will give you the zip file to save to your computer, and clicking on share will give you a unique link that you can copy to your clipboard when you click here. When you then visit this page, you will get given the download and it will tell you what's inside of the pack. This link is for sharing with your friends so you can give them the same pack selection that you have. Just in case you forget your selections, inside of the zip file there will be this selectedpacks.txt, and inside of that you'll have your selection listed here. That is an especially useful feature for when you're looking through your resource packs. Everything is bundled into one, so if you forget what's inside of this one, then you'd be able to open it up and have a look. And that is pretty much everything you need to know about picking your own pack. Of course, if you visit the website, you'll find more textures, data packs, and crafting tweaks than shown in this video, and there'll be more coming in the future, so make sure you bookmark the website. You can find a link to it in the description box down below, and while you're down there, please do leave a like. It helps support the video and the channel. I thank you for doing that, and of course I'll see you soon with another video. And last of all, again, massive thank you to the team for making Vanilla Tweaks absolutely wonderful. Well done, guys.